And now, BillyCBoxing.com presents Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down with Billy C. Here he is, Billy C.
And we're coming at you from the Billy C studio in Lake George, New York. I'm Bill Calogero, and it's time for today's May 9th, 2012's Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down in the sport of boxing. Don't forget, check out our website, www.billycboxing.com. And I also want to give a little shout out to all of the people that give us comments on our Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down on a daily basis. I want to remind you guys that we mention all of the communication that we have with you guys on our Talking Boxing with Billy C show every single day. So if you're interested in hearing us respond to your comments, check out the Talking Boxing with Billy C radio show. So for today's comments, check out tomorrow's show because I'll be responding to them. So all you got to do is check it out. It's always done in the first segment of the show, so you can watch that first segment and hear our response to your comments. So, all right, we only got a few of them today, but they might be a little lengthy discussions. First, thumbs up, as usual. Thumbs up goes to Juan Manuel Marquez for looking for a quality opponent for his next fight, which is tentatively scheduled for July 14th at Cowboys Stadium. Hey, listen, it's no secret that he wants to fight Pacquiao one more time to close out his career, and he's hoping that that fight takes place in November. But he's showing me, and he should be showing you, that he's not really looking for a layup to walk away from the sport. He said at the beginning of the year that he wanted to fight 3 times. He already fought once. His next fight is tentatively in July, and he wants to close out his career in November. And some of the names, now I know I mentioned it yesterday, but some of the names that he's looking at to fight in July are top names. Zab Judah is one of them. I like that fight. If he fights against Zab Judah, that's a good fight. The other name that was always circulating was Bam Bam Rios, another really tough fight for Juan Manuel Marquez. And the third name being discussed is Mercito Gesta, who just kind of impressed everybody in his last outing. So all three of those leading candidates for Juan Manuel Marquez is I don't know. I think they're all great fights, and it shows to me what a true warrior Juan Manuel Marquez is. He's not looking for any layups. Now, just a little note, Eric Morales, who I believe will be the fighter that Juan Manuel Marquez fights in November, should he not fight Manny Pacquiao for the 4th time, is not being considered for July. I'm telling you, they're saving him for November in the event that Pacquiao and Mayweather get it on. Then the next fight you're going to see is Juan Manuel Marquez against Eric Morales. They both walk away. That's my prediction there. My next thumbs up goes to Vladimir Klitschko for taking the rematch with Tony Thompson. Now, I know you're going to ask me why. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Tony Thompson, since their first fight, and Tony Thompson obviously lost, since that first fight, one of Vladimir Klitschko's main sparring partners has been Tony Thompson. So if there's anybody out there in the heavyweight division right now that knows Vladimir Klitschko, it's Tony Thompson, and I give Klitschko credit for fighting a guy that, theoretically knows his stuff. So thumbs up to Vladimir Klitschko, thumbs up to Juan Manuel Marquez. Now, thumbs down, I got 2 of them. One is another thumbs down, even though I gave it to him yesterday, but another thumbs down to Lamont, you dummy, Peterson. Listen, it's for the positive drug test. It was confirmed that he did indeed test positive for a banned substance, an anabolic steroid such as a testosterone. Not only did he admit the positive test from April, he also admitted that he was on the same pellets he described for the first fight with Amir Khan, which is ridiculous because now he's up to get his IBF and WBA titles stripped. If this does happen, it's going to be a sad ending to what could have been a really feel-good story with Lamont Peterson, the whole story behind him rising to the top, having a good performance against Khan, following it up with a rematch, and should he have beaten Khan in a rematch, it would have been a really good feel-good story. But right now, it's looking like I'm feeling bad for Lamont Peterson. But, hey, if you're going to cheat, this is what happens. Thumbs down to Lamont, you dummy, Peterson. And thumbs down goes to the WBC. They get 2 thumbs down today. Why? Because, first of all, they their formation of the WBC World Cup. The idea that they're trying to portray isn't what's getting the thumbs down. What's getting the thumbs down is the fact that the troll man himself, president of the WBC, Jose Sulaiman, chastised the World Series of Boxing, the WSB, which in a sense is the same exact thing that he's proposing for the the WBC World Cup. It was less than 6 months ago. He was in week after week with press releases denouncing and chastising the World Series of Boxing, and now he's starting his meeting to invent his little thing that he's calling the WBC World Cup. I think it's clearly he friggin' copied the World Series of Boxing. Terrible move by Jose Sulaiman. But no, wait, there's more. Because the WBC, Jose Sulaiman, the troll man, he also gets a second thumbs down for once again deviating from his own system. Now listen, we were talking about it today, that Danny Garcia won their junior welterweight title when he beat Eric Morales. That's a WBC. Now, all of a sudden, Danny Garcia has an injury that is preventing him from fighting. Now, granted, the WBC says you have 6 months to fight a mandatory challenger, all right? We don't know what the injury is. I haven't heard of any injury from Danny Garcia, but immediately he's trying to put in place an interim title belt. Now, first of all, the problem I have is that he already went against the word interim. He calls his interim belts silver belts. So now all of a sudden they're referring to it as an interim belt. Why? Because Danny Garcia can't make a defense, so he's going to put 2 other fighters in the ring to fight for the interim belt, and then when Danny Garcia is well enough, he fights for the belt. Whoa, I'm getting confused, because didn't he just say that Andre Ward is a champion in recess because of an injury? And oh, by the way, that the 6-month limit isn't even up for 2 months on Andre Ward's situation. Listen, you can't even begin to follow the thought process of Jose Sulaiman except for one thing. He is bad for boxing. You know, it's bad enough we got to deal with all of these sanctioning bodies, but we can't do anything about it. So the best thing to do is to coexist and let each of them do their own thing. This is a man who criticizes and cuts up and tries to take the validity of each of the other sanctioning bodies and direct it all to himself, which, you know, hey, business is business. You can't really fault him for that. But when he comes up with the same exact stuff that they're doing that he criticizes weeks before, that, my friends, is ludicrous. And that's why Jose, the troll man, Sulaiman, and if you're new to the show, I'm telling you that Jose Sulaiman was the model for the original troll doll. All they did was put a red Don King wig on him, and that's the troll. Check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's it for today's Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Check out our website, www.billycboxing.com. Ciao, baby.